Goats and chickens. Once a man was walking through the town where Rabbi Hanina ben Dossa lived on his way to his village. He had bought a basket of chickens, and when he passed Rabbi Hanina's house, he sat down on the doorstep to rest. He was tired from the walk, and the basket of chickens was quite heavy. As he sat there, he became very hungry and decided to buy something to eat. "I'm sure I can leave the basket with the chickens here for a while," he thought to himself. "I'll come back later and take the chickens with me." So he went off and bought some fresh bread to eat. But when he wanted to return to his chickens, he realized that he had lost his way, and no matter how hard he searched, he could not find Rabbi Hanina's house. Saddened by the loss of his chickens, he went home. In the meantime, the chickens had also become hungry and began to cluck loudly. Rabbi Hanina ben Dossa's wife heard the commotion, and when she went to investigate, she found the basket with the chickens. She looked around, but there was no one there who owned the chickens. So she took the basket with the chickens and showed it to her husband. He said, "Someone must have left the chickens at our door. Let's look after them until he comes and asks for them back. We mustn't use the eggs either." So the chickens lived with them, and more chickens and roosters hatched from the eggs. So that soon there were lots of chickens. They were so loud that Rabbi Hanina was disturbed by their clucking while he was studying the Torah. In addition, they soon began to fly around the house, peck at the vegetables in the garden, and dirty everything. Then Rabbi Hanina had an idea. He sold all the chickens and used the money he received to buy a few goats. "The goats can go to the forest and eat on their own," he thought to himself, "so we don't have to take care of them so much." And indeed, the goats spent the day at the edge of the forest eating, and in the evening they came back. They spent the night in a small stable that Rabbi Hanina had built for them. Several years passed, and one day the man who had lost the chickens passed by Rabbi Hanina's house and remembered. He ran to Rabbi Hanina and asked him about the chickens. Rabbi Hanina asked him to describe the chickens. "They were brown and had a red band," said the man. So Rabbi Hanina led him to the goat shed. The man was surprised because he had expected to see his chickens. "I bought goats with the money," Rabbi Hanina explained to him. The man was very happy because the goats were worth much more than the chickens. He thanked Rabbi Hanina ben Dossa warmly and went home with his goats. Always remember that through good deeds and honesty, we can be an example to others and bring honor to Hashem.